Visiting the citadel of the Adventurers Guild, I had the good fortune to meet an architect. He was setting about to build a great tower in the harbour. I talked with him for a little while. He planned this great dock for airships. This set a seed into my imagination, an idea, no, a quest, began to grow in my mind's eye. There were many tales of the big ships around the north shore of the guild. Some great trade vessels, and some told of pirate ships and smugglers. The idea to make a flying boat or even a floating galleon was amazing. It was a project I would add to my long list of things to take my mind off the distance between me and my wife. Now then, welcome back to Utopia³, the Age of Adventure. And speaking of adventure, this episode we are starting to embark on a rather large project. A rather large project indeed, I believe. Let's have a looky. We're going to need some gold. We're going to need some gold, and we're going to need some iron. And there's something wrong with my inventory tweaks right now. I don't know what it is. But it wasn't there like it yesterday, but it is today. Maybe the server's running a little bit odd today. Who knows? Today, I'm going to take a look at the Archimedes ship mod. And, yep, definitely the server. There we go. And to start us off, right, I'm going to just literally make a few items, because I've got a rough idea how this mod works, how it functions and all that. I know I need a ship's helm, so I'm going to need wooden sticks. I know I need a ship's helm. I just don't know really where to begin, where to get going on this. I'm going to do my best to figure it out with you guys. Now, there's a reason why I'm taking it to do this project right now, and that is because we've got something planned that's fairly big on the server. Fairly big, meaning that Thrak is doing something pretty awesome at spawn. Wasn't that the way? They really got to be vanilla only planks. Okay, let's have a look. Vanilla only planks. Oh yeah, the server. Thank you. Let's take spruce then. We've got plenty of that. Yeah, the vanilla only planks. Maybe that works. There we go. To make a ship's helm. Now, I think I'm going to make 2 of these because I want to experiment in a couple of different areas. And in order to do that, I'm probably going to need a couple of ship's helms. So I'm going to get 2 ship's helms. Now, yeah, the reason that I'm doing all this, right, is mainly because of Thrak building something at spawn, and everybody else seems to be doing something like it at the minute as well. So, 60? I'm going to use them eventually. I may as well make them all up now. I just used all of that, though. I may need to make some wool to do for other things. Let's do that like that. There we go. Alright, and there's these bits and pieces that I'm an idea what they do. The ship's helm is basically the controller. The air balloons, you've got to have like 40% of your ship is air balloons so that you can fly. The floater makes you float better in water, so those two are the things next to each other. The floater makes you float better, fast, keeps you buoyant when the weight of your ship, the number of blocks is heavy, and the air balloon keeps you up. It's like 40% of your ship's got to be air balloons for flying, and there's various coloured air balloons as well, so that's good. These measurement gauges, there's 2 types of measurement gauge, and I don't really know what's the difference, because they don't tell me any difference between them. But I might just make some anyway in the finished ship, but not really just yet. Passenger seat is just a few bits of wool. That allows us to have people sit on the same ship as me when I'm flying it, and a shore buffer, that's a floater and an ink sac. That stops the ships from hitting like in the water, they'll hit port against a shore buffer and not attach to the shore buffer, but they can stick onto the shore buffer so you can step off onto shore buffers. And a steam engine, that's going to make the Archimedes ship faster and better, and it just burns coal. And then we've got this wooden crate, and this wooden crate is supposed to grip entities like other mobs, animals, and villagers, all those kind of things, grip them into place so that they become mobile and you can carry livestock with you. And it's a fairly cheap recipe for 3, so I'm going to take 6 of those just because why not? I want to test these out somewhere else as well. I've got ideas for what these could be used for. Because if they just hold mobs in place, then I could potentially have witches being held in place and stuff like that they can't move and get out of the way. Random streamer. This tool has incorrect data. This tool's crafting window. Update it. It's a Tinker's Construct thing that's appeared in here. Oh well, never mind. Right, so I'm not 100% sure where to begin with this, to be honest. I'm going to take some sticks and let's see about making some fences. Let's put these 2 odd ones in there as well. Let's make... Well, we're just going to start with a little ship. And while I'm getting the last few bits and pieces together, I just want to check out like how it handles chests and whether it handles drawers and crafting tables and signs and well, yeah, all sorts of bits and pieces. I want to do some testing before I build the big epic ship that I'm going to build. And like I've said, the reason I'm building this at the minute is because Thrak is building something at spawn. So I've got a short clip of me and Thrak having a look around and sort things out at spawn just the other day. So you'd go up to 150 up here, right?
Yeah.
I'm just getting a feel for it. This would be like standing at 150.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's pretty high. Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty high, overlooking spawn. You could possibly lose spawn in the fog, even though you're right next to it.
Do we have clouds?
I've got clouds turned off.
Oh, okay.
And also Natura clouds are turned off.
I was thinking get some clouds and make it
Cover it.
lose itself in the clouds, yeah.
Yeah, you come and park above the cloud level. Yeah.
Yeah.
That would work. But what about this very little island right in the middle here? Because you're on about some long, thin, slender pole of the base of it. It would look to me like if you stuck the pole straight out of the centre of this little island and then went up, your platform would then sort of shadow over the water of this little bay here. Depending on how big your platform is, but I'm expecting it to be pretty big.
I'm expecting it to not be pretty big.
No? How
No,
many ships are you going to have docking at this thing?
No, the pole itself is going to be very thin.
Yeah.
Oh, the platform, yes.
The platform.
Yeah. The platform will be kind of big.
Yeah. So if you started off small here, went up to the 150 mark, and then had a great big platform, it would overshadow the water and cover the island.
Yeah.
That would work. That would be a nice location, I think. It also then, you've got a little bridge that you'd have to build from this island over to the mainland and things like that. And other seaworthy vessels could come and park themselves in this little bay around it as well. Have a little mini harbour down below and the great big ships docked up above. It would be good. Are you doing levitators or something to get up and down quickly?
Yeah, it will require a lot of levitators.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good thing Korg is selling them.
Yep, start purchasing them. Yeah, quick. Get in before he gets bored of making them. Now, I've been wandering around a bit now, looking for where to build an epic ship that can go on Thrak's tower at spawn, or at least park from here to there. And this little section here in front of me, that was one of the things that drew me to this area in the first place, is actually kind of cool looking. Now this is likely to be a very big and long-winded project, and I've still got projects to finish off at spawn, and I've still got all my magic researches to do, and little automations, and building things around the island. But I like to have this project to get started on as well. So to make it easier for myself, I've been looking for schematics, and I've got a few schematics here. I don't think I'm going to use any of them, right? But I'm going to show them you just in case. That one's not very good, that Man of War. I'm not using that one at all. The AVM is actually the house schematic. The Silky Tower is the dome at spawn schematic. But these two here are ones that I've picked out as being fairly cool looking. When they come into action, here we go. It's getting there. This is the sort of size and scale that I'm after. Let me let it all load in properly. But this is a hell of a lot of materials. It looks pretty epic though. That's the thing that I'm after. I am after an epic look to it. Come on, load it all in. Come on, Minecraft and Schematica, work together nicely, please. Okay, it takes a little time just to load in these big schematics because there's a lot of data to process. But there we go. So it's got a massive air balloon on the top, and it's got a very traditional ship shape and Bristol fashion. Very traditional ship shape on the base. Those little tags down the side, the little sails, not sure whether they're needed or not. But I'm planning on parking it between these two areas. So this is like a platform, like a harbour, I guess, a port for the ships. The ship that I make is going to be built in dock and then be able to move from the dock and fly off towards spawn. The other one that I saw that I liked was the Blue Moon, and this one I kind of liked a bit more, but again I'm not 100% sure I'm going to use this. But I did like the shape of the ship a lot more. The shape of the ship felt more ship-like, I guess. And then it's got a big balloon on the top as well. It's a bit more steampunky because it's got a few more bits and pieces around it that look pretty cool. And inside the balloon itself is pretty epic in size. So while this could all be balloon bits from the Archimedes ships mod, that's a lot of wool and a lot of string to get. It would look pretty cool overall, and I think I'm going to try and fit it into the dock, like I say. So let's just have a quick maneuver. I'll bring it down a bit. I'm in around about the right place. Somewhere like that, I guess. Across a bit. Maybe this way a couple. Let's see roughly how close that is. So yeah, this is going to be like I walk onto the ship from here. Maybe this side would be more appropriate to be able to just sort of walk off an edge onto the ship. And yeah, and have it just sort of sticking out of the mountain to start off with, parked up, sticking out of the mountain. There's quite a lot of messing about to do to get that to fit, but I can basically build it first, connected to the mountain, and then deconnect it so that it can fly off. But I think that'll look pretty cool as a build in this area that I can then take to spawn and fly off. The world is really slow to load when I've got this on. So yeah, that's something to work towards. That's the big project that I'm going to start working on. I may get a bit of help from somebody else. But for now, let's just hide that, get rid of that. For now, though, we just want to mess around with it, really, just to figure out how to do things. So let's see, shall we? Let's get our first couple of blocks are just going to be to put it into the air. Okay, so there we go. We got it started in the air. There. I don't want to do something massive, super massive right now, so we're going to do a very simple little 4 wide, make it 5 wide, yep, and give it a bit of some shapes to it so that I've got things to practice on. So this is obviously not ship shape. It's not ship shaped at all. It's not very good at all. The big ship is going to be the epic build. And then we would put a ship's helm on it. Put that to one side. Now a ship's helm has the GUI, and this is going to be unable to assemble. Ship not assembled, unknown type, because it hasn't got anything on it as far as I can tell. So I will need to add the balloons. So if I put, let's say, 1, 2, 3, 4, like that, just to edge it up a little bit. Let's put a crafting table. Well, let's put a crafting table on the back there and see if that works. Let's make another few fences. In fact, another 4 will probably do me. I can make some more if I need them. Pop them on here like that. Oh, this is going to be really hard work to understand, but I have a feeling that this is going to become part of Utopia. Ship. It's got no air balloons still then. Maybe that's what it is. Okay, let's put some air balloons on it. Let's put 4 air balloons. Now I know I need 40%, but let's just see what it tells me in the thing. Still nothing. Still doesn't know anything. Not assembled. Okay. Let's try filling out that. So we've got 6, 12, 15 blocks there. Well, if it's 40%, let's at least do the same shape then as the base. And then there's only 4, 5, 9 blocks altogether. Still not knowing. Maybe it's because I'm in a different form. Out. Thank you. Alright, so I'm standing on it. Still not known. Assemble ship. Assembling. Okay, it's an airship. We have exactly 40% in there. Yeah, okay. Status. Yep. I can rename it to test ship. Okay, done renaming. Yep. We can mount the ship. That's good. So I'm in the ship, and how do I get out? I press shift. I press left shift and it falls to the ground. Okay. And I can't get back in it, but I can push it around like an entity. Okay. Don't get off your ship. That's a good plan. Don't get off your ship. Right, okay, so I'm back in the ship now. Can I open the helm? Can I press backspace? Was that a thing? Okay, so it steers a bit like this. We can not seemingly do anything else. Okay. Well, let's exit the ship, and it pushes itself. Interesting. There's got to be more controls that I currently can't access for whatever reason. Push it over there a bit. There's got to be some controls that I can't access for whatever reason. So let me just check out my controls, and I'll be back with you in a bit. Don't fall off that edge. Don't you fall off that edge. Okay, well, we have liftoff. And much to the annoyance of those creepers over there, we are going to go up. It is a key config thing that I've got to sort out. So it's just a little bit of key bindings, and I've changed mine to page up and page down. So now, as you can see, I'm in the air, and I believe if I dismount using left shift, I would just fall down, which is not a good plan. Not a good plan at all. But I can whiz around fairly nicely, and I can fly about a little bit. Let's see if we can get over, well, over to my house. The worst thing about this, I think, is going to be finding a way to view where we are and what we're doing. So part of my ship design may need to have something involving involving being able to view where I am, because landing a great big ship like that somewhere or anywhere is going to be pretty difficult, I think. There's going to be lots of little problems involved. Can I shoot while I'm on here? Yeah. Did I just hit my own entity? Yes, I did. Okay. Let's page up a bit. We can press a key to align it to its grid, which is that. And we can also press backslash, which is the key next to the Z, as a default to disassemble it. But then I fell through here and fell through it. Okay. Well, that didn't work, did it? Lots more practice is needed. It's a nice little mod, but if I'm going to make a ship, I want to make a ship that actually functions really well. And if vision is one thing, then that's got to be resolved quickly, hasn't it? We've got to make sure that I can see where I'm flying, and I expect that the on the bottom of the ship is probably the best place for that, because then you can see around from the underside of the ship. But we did manage to do a test flight from over there to over here. Apart from me falling off, that's a success. Can I do it in morph form? Morph into a wasp. Up. Thank you. And once it's not a ship anymore, it's a solid platform, I can land on it. Can I do this in morph form? Yeah. Mount ship. Well, being mounted in morph form is even worse, isn't it? Let's yeah. So now it's a ship again. When I press the backslash. Interesting. Difficult and interesting all at the same time. I only really need to fly it once. It's going to have one voyage. I don't plan on flying around in it all the time. I'm going to fly around in it once, and that's it. Maybe I'll just make a hot air balloon. Well, that's easy enough, I suppose. I could easily make a hot air balloon. So the next thing I want to test out is the actual boat mechanics. So I've made myself a very little raft with a ship's helm on it. And it works out okay as a ship. It doesn't need any floaters. This floater is supposed to be something to make the mast bigger, I guess. So let's mount it. And yeah, I'm bouncing on the water. I am floating. I am okay. Can I go through things like this? So yeah, I can bounce around. It's a bit more reliable than a normal Minecraft ship. Can't break lily pads by the looks of it. That lily pad got in my way. Struggling to get through these, maybe. I can sort of get through those entities. Oh, there's a backpack. Okay, so let's see if the align to grid and all that works still. So I've changed it to equals, or it already was equals. There we go. And then the backslash to turn it back into a full blocky thing. There we go. Alright. And then it's sitting back on the surface of the water. So it's actually lightweight enough to float properly. What's this? Ooh, some bits of wood and stuff. That's good to have, I guess. Yeah, why not? Thank you. Indeedy. And can I equip while wearing a chest plate? Okay, I want to take the chest plate off. Shift right click. No. Break it like this. Pop onto my... Oh, it just all breaks. That's no good. Can I put that on my backpack then? Can I put that on my back? Apparently you can't put it on your back like that. Okay. Shift click. Shift left click. Shift right click. No. I don't know how to put the backpacks on. Alright, forget that. That backpack can just stay on the shore and have a load of sticks and fish and things in. It's fine, just where it is. I'm just going to wear this. I'll look into this backpack thing another time. I know Thrak uses these backpacks already, so I'll probably just check with him, make sure I know what I'm doing. Alright, so the next thing then, if I can break this. Can I break it? Yes, I can. And then if I place it again, does it reset everything? Yes, it does. Okay, so I can break and reset what I need when I need. Okay, can I place some more blocks underneath here to make it a 2 high? Let's see. A lot of this testing I should probably do off camera, but if you guys don't see this sort of stuff happening, how do you know it happens, eh? How do you know it happens? Right, let's go there like that and put the helm there again. Alright. And assemble the ship. Okay, and mount the ship. Okay, so now I'm in the ship again, and we can go forwards, we can turn around, we can do all the things that we could do in a normal Minecraft ship. Okay, that's good. Yeah, turn around, turn around, turn around, turn around. I believe the engine makes things go fast, makes it go faster, and the C button brings it to a full stop. Equals button aligns it to the normal Minecraft grid, and then C stops it. Equals aligns it, and backspace sets it back into a normal ship. Okay, I think I'm lagging a little bit with it. Let's just can I dismount it? I can't do anything right now. There we go. We've caught up eventually. Alright, so it ended up being there. It ended up being exactly as I placed it in the water, so it didn't drop down anywhere or do anything like that. That pig's got a really cool hat. So we're just going to get that really cool hat. What is that? He's got a computer on his head. Give me that. Okay, thank you. Alright, piggy, thank you, thank you, thank you. I want to test out all the various bits and pieces for these ships and build something uber special. I'm just trying my best now to figure out exactly how all of this is going to work. Well, anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching. I'm sorry you've had to put up with me learning something new. But I hope you found something interesting, and leave comments in the comment section below, and I will have a look at them very soon, and maybe something that I haven't yet discovered will turn me into a flying man, a flying druid that doesn't fly by just using a bat, but more flies because he's got a massive airship way up there. That'll look awesome. I just need to fly it from there to spawn. That's my objective. One flight, one big flight from there to spawn, with passengers and all. And we'll see if we can do it before Christmas. Alright guys, thank you very much for watching. I will see you next episode.